The stages are four stages. So the first stage is the early bull market. Then the second stage is the late bull market. The third stage is the early bear market. And the fourth stage, the last stage, is the late bear market. We're now starting a new cycle. So we're now in a early bull market, in my opinion.
Hello and welcome to Crypto Street. In today's video, Plan B shares with us his new prediction for Bitcoin and where the price is heading in the next few days.
It's my favorite chart after stock to flow because it's very simple, intuitive, and useful. So based on one variable. It's an on-chain variable, and it's also based on a very simple if-then rule. So it's not a prediction or a valuation like stock to flow, but it's detection, recognition, just detection of the stage or phase, if you will, of the market. And there can be quite some volatility in all the stages. So it's just a detection. Now the market moves in cycles, always. It's bull markets, bear markets. It's like spring and summer and autumn and winter. And much has to do with psychology. So there can be FOMO, there can be greed, and there can be fear and capitulation. So it's very useful to know in which stage you are, because your emotion, your psychology can tell something different. It can feel different. And that's especially true, for example, when a bull market ends, when the green ends and the yellow starts. And you're still in this FOMO state of mind, but the market tells you something different. So it's very nice to have some objective measure. And the same is true, by the way, when a bear market turns into an early bull market, the blue, where we are right now, because you're still thinking, oh, it goes further. You're still in the bear state of mind, but the market fundamentals tell something differently. So, of course, at the moment, the original stock to flow model based on monthly data predicting a 55K Bitcoin at the moment is the most accurate. Anyway, the key thing is scarcity will double every halving. Will that impact price? I think the answer is yes. And the other key thing is, if Bitcoin scarcity will be 2 times the scarcity of gold, which it will be, should Bitcoin market cap then be greater in gold? I think the answer is also yes. And by the way, the gold market cap is 10 trillion, which is 20 times the Bitcoin market cap at the moment. Anyway, for now, we see the Bitcoin price reverting to the stock to flow model value. And note, by the way, that every time before the halving, so when it gets blue, and then at the halving it switches to red, of course, but when it gets blue, the price is at the model value, and the error is 1. Here, blue just before the 2016 halving, error is 1, and the same just before the 2020 halving, when that's blue. So if that will be true in the future, in the 2024 halving, we might end up with blue, of course, that's a certainty, but we might end up with a Bitcoin price close to this stock to flow model value of, well, at the moment it's around 60K. I might have to increase my prediction that I made earlier this year in January 12th. I predicted that the halving would be at a price higher than 32K, and note that 60K is higher than 32K, but we'll see in the next month if I will up that prediction a little bit towards that 60K mark. It's a classical technical analysis chart, but I like it very much. And this chart, it's an index between 0 and 100, but it shows very well in a very simple way that Bitcoin is regaining strength. And this RSI index between 0 and 100, if it is above 50, that indicates an uptrend. Below 50 indicates a downtrend. So starting this month, it's in an uptrend. And that trend is something, well, to be wary of, because a trend is momentum that isn't stopped lightly. The momentum is a force that is like psychology or news or an macroeconomic force. Momentum is something that continues. So, and that's what you see historically. If Bitcoin enters the 50 plus RSI area, and here it goes on. The trend goes on, and a next bull market starts, and that's why I put this chart here. The other chart, that's the last chart from this video, I like it very much, is realized cost price. And realized price is an on-chain indicator, as you know. I love it because there's no model, really. It's pure data. Some people misunderstand this chart and think it's the stock-to-flow model because it has those steps in there. But it isn't. It's pure data, and it's derived from on-chain data. So it's more like a moving average. You can determine the cost price of all the Bitcoins that were ever bought when they were last bought. You take the price. And you can also take, that's a black line, by the way. You can also take shorter time windows. Instead of all the Bitcoins, you take only the Bitcoins of the last 2 years, for example. And then look when they were bought, at what prices, and you weigh an average, and that's the dark blue line. And you can make of course, the time window shorter, like 5 months. I do exactly the same thing. Look at the average cost price weighted by all the UTXOs of that month, and that's the light blue line. Well, what you see here is that in this chart, the bottom of the bear market, the Bitcoin price is below all the realized prices. Same here in 2015, 2018-19, 2022. The red dots, the Bitcoin price is below all those realized prices. Then the next bull market starts if the Bitcoin price starts rising above the realized price first, then the short-term holder, 5 months realized price, and then in the end, also above the 2-year realized price. And you see that very well here. It stays above the dark blue line. Same here in 2016, and the same here in 2012. So that's the point we were waiting for. That was calculated at 32,000, the blue line, the 2-year realized price, but it has come down to, well, today it was 29.5K, and we're very close to that, of course. So that's a very important point. It may get really interesting, by the way, if the 2 years realized price starts moving up again. Those points, and right here. So first, Bitcoin will go above the 2 years realized price, and then the 2 years realized price will go up again, and it might go up as high as, well, maybe the stock to flow price of 66K at the moment.
So, what are your thoughts about Plan B prediction? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.